Talk that talk, Joe. Yo.
Must be clap hands when that thing goes on.
Yeah, man, we can't.
It's like a prompt.
It's a prompt, yeah. Yo. Welcome to another episode of the JoeZONE podcast, man. Today I have an awesome guest. Probably somebody I've been following for the past 20 years or something like that. Yeah. I lost touch with you and then I checked it again. Next thing I know, you are an actor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ernest Saint Clair.
Thank you very much for having me. Let's clap again.
Welcome.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is, what I want to say is thank you firstly for having me. I think you guys got a gevaarlijke show.
Yeah.
Just stepping on your show as well. I like the energy, I like the positivity.
Sure, bro.
You know, I had my cap on. You guys asked me if I can take my cap off. I can see you guys were checking this motherfucking celebrities coming in. And I told the guys, you know, this is I hope you respect and there's a mutual respect, but
love and respect, bro.
Gevaarlijke content respect.
Yeah, all love and respect, man. Yeah, so like I told you before the show, what our modus operandi is around here. Like we just want to show people or showcase people in our community, like who we feel is like people that's accomplished great things in the arts, right? And I feel like, like I said, for the past 20 years you've been doing that, like, and we want to know the start of that journey. Like we all know you from, well, I know you from the pop star days.
Wow.
The pop star days when you had the white glove and stuff like that.
That's way back.
That's way back, bro.
That's way back.
That's 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago.
It's actually going to be 21 years now.
21 years ago, yeah, you did
21
that.
years.
Hectic, bro. So
so far, it's been
we all know
awesome
you
ride.
from that time. So how did you... Tell us, how did you get into that competition, or how did it all start, bro? What was the catalyst for you to project to become a pop star? Like,
you know what? I think the start for me was I was just like, it's not even a hard thing. Like, just I can say it's probably in my blood, and it's a God gift, you know.
In your blood.
It's like my mother was doing this already, like standing on tables, singing when she was young.
Yeah.
When I was 5 years old, that's how I started. My stage was my grandmother's table.
Is it?
That was my first
5 years old.
5 years old. They put me there, so it was like programmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Programmed into my subconscious.
Yeah.
Cape conscious.
and
and I'm grateful for that. You know, like you mentioned, all of those things. That you know me as a singer. Now you know me as this.
Yeah.
All I can say is in between that. You know, when you wake up and you just think like, this is a blessing, being able to do everything that you do, and it's my bro. It's just from above, me bro.
Yeah. When was your first time on a real stage, like? Because I mean, after a table, after the kitchen table.
Something. That was my real stage already. That was my real stage because they spurred me on, and your family must be your first, man.
Yeah.
That get you into it. So then it kind of evolved, and it was in Chris.
Yeah.
You know, they call it still Chris that time, and
like the plays at Chris and stuff like that.
Bro, yeah, and my matron said, he's gonna do Michael Jackson. And I'm there, my mommy had my burkie, me bro.
Michael Jackson burkie on.
Michael Jackson burkie gepleet, man. Skoentjies, hempie aan.
Lekker.
And that was another catalyst. That was the start. Me remembering actually vividly how I was mimicking Michael Jackson, and I had money thrown at me. Vividly. And then, so that's why I say it's always kind of been there.
Yeah.
You know? And then my parents, I was grateful that my parents then actually said, I've got all these talents within I can mimic people, I can dance, I can, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the acting part already.
Okay.
That was the acting
like
part.
Mimicking people.
Mimicking actors, mimicking Michael Jackson to the T. Not just, because I mean, Michael Jackson's got mannerisms.
Yeah.
He's not just a singer.
Yeah.
So you're tapping into all of those things, knowing how to stand and all of those goodness. But then my parents, I can thank my parents also for it. If they didn't say, listen, I must go study drama, dance and music. So there's the full circle again for you. You said, what is this transition into drama or acting? It's always been there. It's always just been there.
Yeah.
So my career subconsciously was actually like a Tupac's career. Yeah. If I look at it. Went to an art school. The drama.
What was the art school that you went to?
Machine Secondary. One of the only schools in the Western Cape in the south. that actually
that has like a
has the odds.
dancing and stuff like that.
I'm talking about
Africa plays was involved in, weren't they?
I think the husband is the principal, and I think the mother then uses the facilities.
Okay, I see.
So that is how they involve. But that's the catalyst. But it was like always been there, and then my parents and said I went in when I started. It was like January the 14th. I knew already. It's Valentine's Day. That's when we had to come on stage and we had to everyone must now show at the art school what you got. That was gone already. My whole school life started there. That school was like, if you look on TV and you see that series called Fame.
Yeah.
That everywhere where you went in that school, you come past and the man is playing drums there. Then the other person is doing vocals. Then you see a girl doing belly stretching there. And then you see us doing a show. Then we're not putting together the Grammys, we're putting something together that's called the Whammies.
Lekker.
But so they were and I thank Mr. Brian Notcut and Trish Notcut. Jaydi also comes out of there, and the guy that was in Numiskoli.
Yeah.
The lead. So he actually came after I left. He also come from that school. So that school got a lot of people like Nestle, George as well. Respect to all of them.
Because of the arts and the drama. Do they still have the arts and the drama?
Bro, that's one of the only schools that's it. If I can think about it. Even when we came together, we did something called the Volkswagen Music Act of 1 year.
Yeah.
Sponsored by David Kramer.
Yeah, we spoke about David Kramer already on
David Kramer sponsored this thing.
And that was years ago, no?
Yeah, years ago, bro. So I did theater already, so I was already like doing theater since 97, professionally.
Okay, so that you were still in high school and doing theater.
And then basically, when you get paid and you're professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was humbled to do that. Remember, I eerst the PlayStation gekocht met PlayStation 1.
You
know what I mean?
So you got paid as a was that your first time you got paid as like an actor or so?
I believe so. No. When I bought my first PlayStation, that was when I did Grease. At that time, it was the Artscape. I mean, Nico Malan. So anyway, but it's a gevaarlijke ride. So just
in high
to
school, you did it. In primary school, you did something, you were saying? Then in high school, you continued with your drama and stuff like that?
In primary school, I think I was probably like in the adolescent stage already. There I was finding myself.
Like you were mimicking, you saying?
No, but I was finding myself more in primary school than when I came to high school. There I knew already who I wanted to be. Mapped out. No, I'm not joking. Mapped out. I mean, I did everything already. I did soccer, karate. I did all of the stuff that my parents exposed me to, which I'm also grateful for.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So the path is, it's amazing. It's an amazing path.
So after high school, like when do you go get into the pop star competition, and how did you get into that?
So let me tell you, between that time, I was also, this guy came down from UK, bro. Come set up a studio here in Arendsvlei. Daar in die Mount, in die Bergen.
I think I heard about the studio in Arendsvlei already.
Bro,
my friend Earl Coda told me about this already.
It could be many years ago.
Yeah.
So, bro, I go there. We auditioned with a guy afterwards. He tells me, listen here, man. I auditioned with other people. He says, I'm sorry, man, but your friends didn't. I say, yeah. He says, but I want you to work in my studio. Your friends didn't cut it. I just want you to bring me tea in the studio for me and my girlfriend, Lucy. He said, oh, bro, Lucy's 26. He said, oh, bring for me tea and my girl, I'm going to give you 500 a week. My bro, I was like, that was 500.
Yo, to work in the studio, that's lekker.
I bring tea, but then he said to me, subliminally too, he said to me, I want you to start to learn how to work this gear.
While you in the studio bringing tea?
All this gear already, man. I remember Tanya was screaming at me one day. I'm like, could you get someone in here to please fix my bass? But, yeah, but...
So he had a recording studio and people would just come in
and there I was working again. There it was like that thing of me being a producer. Was already now also starting there. Because I also knew like, yo, I want to be like a Dr. Dre. Do produce my own stuff and do something that's gevaarlijk.
So you started making beats at that time?
That time already.
Oh,
Yeah, this is now,
that's awesome.
This is now, this is that era.
Yeah.
Exactly that era.
Making beats and Fruity Loops and what?
Not even Fruity Loops, een stuk drum machine, bro.
Oh, a drum machine.
Yeah, the drum machine, the real shit. You do all these beats on. But that again was the journey before. And then I was like, what do I do next? That's but I went to UK. He said, listen here, that gear that I bought you must just keep paying the installments. I gave you the deposit. It's like, oh, well, I don't even have a job. And then I said, I think it was the first time I said, yo, I need to like get the grips of this and take matters in my own hands.
Yeah.
And I just went to go get a normal job. And I think I started working late night shift at Woolworths, bro. Everyone knows me, Woolworths Constantia. I was here 12 a.m. in the morning, bro, carrying
Packing
crates,
and stuff
carrying
like
crates.
that. Packer.
Not actually a packer, we were called replenishers.
Oh, so you replenish the
So
in the morning.
we replenish things, you know, we replenish the stock. And a big thing about that is getting the fresh stock coming in. Yeah. So we start 3 o'clock, but we come to 12 o'clock already because this brat I was working with is a maniac.
Yeah.
So
weren't you bummed out, me bro? Before that you were in music, me bro. Now you're busy packing or
check this out.
Just replenishing.
Check this out. The goal is still in my mind. I know, man, I'm here, I'm vocaling there. The mensen check, hey, this brat, why are you working here? I say, I have to go study. I'm studying sound engineering. Did that for a year, straight out of that. I said, look, I want to be signed before I'm a certain age. And I wanted to be a major label. We were signed by Virgin EMI through Popstars. So that came into fruition, and that is that whole
How did you get into the competition itself?
Bro, it's like, like everyone else, I think it's the audition thing. You standing there singing for your money, bro. Standing there.
So you just went to go stand in the line, get ready?
Yeah, bro. 35 out of 35,000 people.
Yo, they chose you.
Yeah.
But you went through obviously like knockout stages.
Because I tell you what the thing was, this is the interesting part, is everyone said, nah, so I left Woolworths because I'm studying. Because I said, look here, I said to my mommy, ik kan niet. Ik maak 9 o'clock klaar, dan moet ik nog gaan starten, dan moet ik nog travel om daar 9 o'clock te wish. So my mother was actually gracious. She said, yeah, we paid a lot, thousands for me to go study sound engineering. Then I left it and I worked at Pick n Pay. There they told me, you're wasting your talent there, man. Idols came. I looked at the competition. They said, go to Idols, why not? I said, that is not the vibe. That's not my vibe. I sussed the vibe. Funny enough, just months later, I see in the paper, like this is in the newspapers, Southern Mail, we're looking for people that can sing in a group, preferably dance and perform. I said, this is me. Just so. I said, this is it. I know exactly where I was standing that day. I was standing in the kitchen by the front door, and I think I was alone at home. And then I knew.
How old were you at that age when you entered that competition?
18.
Shoo.
18.
That's young, bro.
Yeah.
So fame meets you at 18.
Because I said
18, 19.
But must I tell you what? That's not a negative thing.
Yeah. It's how you take it.
It's how you take it. I mean, there's a time where I went off straight, but I would attest that to myself, not fame. That's why I say it's like money too. Money is not a bad thing. It's what you become.
Yeah. While you were in the pop stars, what is one of your most memorable gigs that you did?
There's so many. I think the most memorable things that I can think of is meeting Brenda Fassie.
You met Brenda Fassie?
Bro, it's like those people just gravitated to us, man, bro. The greats, I'm talking about Brenda Fassie.
Is it?
One that I'll never
Where did you meet Brenda Fassie?
Many occasions. So this is how it went. We went up to Joburg. This is another thing of...
I know a son, Bongani.
Bongani is gevaarlijk. He's cool. So, rewind. Go to Joburg. We already Afro Z.
Yeah.
People know us on TV.
Yeah. Everybody knew on TV. You would win the competitions.
We didn't win the cause, which is fine. We didn't win the cause. We didn't get the house. We didn't get the 25,000 rand clothes that they got from Truworths. We were still scruffy. Did a photo shoot. Phenomenal is out for a couple of months, 8 months, bro. booming. You guys know Phenomenal is booming.
Yeah.
Still booming. They say, listen, if you guys really want to take you, and I think it was actually a group decision too. I think it could have been Lois. Lois was like, I think the rest of you, because it was me, Nasira, and Nigel, and Richard.
Yeah.
We from Cape Town. Lois was there. She's from Mpumalanga, but Joburg, she knew it because she studied drama also in Pretoria and all of
So
this
she
stuff.
knew the industry at that time.
Yeah, she was very, very also in the industry. Actor, well-spoken, MC and all of those things. Then she said, come up. Bro, we gonna move up to Joburg. Guess what? Sleeping on the floor, man, bro. We
So
didn't
things weren't as it seemed.
That's not what it seems. But the spin-off from that is, that's just a beautiful blessing also. We look at things, now looking back I think to myself like, could have been hard, but I also see it as a blessing.
Yeah.
Because it made us work harder.
When you arrived there and laying on the floor, obviously you're like, yo, bruh.
And I was
this is not what you expected,
And I
but
was
you worked your ass
No,
off.
but actually we didn't, it was like, it wasn't like a cry movement. I'm just telling people what the reality is.
Of it.
Yeah, I wasn't like, because I'm from the ghetto. I'm from Lotus.
You were just happy to be there.
Exactly. I'm originally from Good, but I want to tell people the reality of it. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I was the one. I said to Nigel and Richard, hulle kan in die kamer slaap, because I had my drum machine and I was right by where I could plug my drum machine into the tape with the amplifier. Those must all amplifiers.
Yeah.
So I can work beats, and I took the tiles, people. You just like the tiles view in winter. I still remember I got chest infection as well. But this is the reality of the game. You need to face all the time. And that was already my calluses starting to shape my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always just that beautiful word that you use, that catalyst to move it constantly to get to that ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Everything leads you to that ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. All these moving parts make a bigger, the bigger machine of Ernest Saint Clair who you are now. But you had to go through drama, like singing and learning the industry, and obviously going through rough times. That also makes, like you said, calluses builds.
It's like calluses on your mind, and I like it. I mean, it shaped me who I am, the man I am today.
Yeah.
And like I said, people don't know that I actually studied drama.
Yeah.
And actually that I come from this.
Yeah.
We never had that silver spoon. But it's always lekker being the underdog.
Yeah.
The underdog is
And the main, your main goal,
putty.
your main goal was always to be where you are, like as an actor.
It manifested. Let me tell you how that happened. That's another. So I had this,
So what was the transition? Yeah.
I had this little parts of like, life is always about, there's valleys and ups.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs. You need to prepare for both.
Yeah.
So that was like the first part of me getting a punch, me bro. Then there's a time when I had to start my own label as well. I successfully did that. Ran a management company for a couple of years. So that was me now fully doing production. Like full on. Clint C. We did, what's Jody's sister, Jody Williams' sister, Jody Williams. We did a Christmas song for Jody as well, a big Christmas song. And then the final destination there for me was, I said I'm going to be nominated for Sam Award. And that was the turnaround where I said, this is the kind of ceiling for me that I reach now. Where can I go next that's going to elevate me? Because my mother actually motivated me. My mother said like, what gebeur met your acting? And your mother, like, you're throwing your talent away. And I was like, okay, cool. If your mom says that to you, then you know.
You sound like you got very supportive parents pushing you into the arts.
Yeah. Look, it's not always also, that's also another thing, is always not rosy, because there's part time when you had to go through it, they also go through the stuff. They have to go through it with you.
Yeah.
And as grown-ups, they've never been there where you've gone before, so they're going to always be like,
they're wary of it. They're like, they don't want you to fall. I've got kids, so
but like,
I know what you mean.
Like this show now is about positivity, and that's, I think, saying all these things that I do, I feel my legacy that I want to leave behind is to tell people and anybody that wants to strive for greatness is like, that's the one thing that we always need to kind of break, is the fear of failure. The fear of looking embarrassed. You know how many times I've looked embarrassed?
100%.
And just to be like, then to be bold and proud and still, you know, push through everything.
Yeah.
And be you know, someone from his community that's pushing through.
Being positive. A
Being
positive
positive.
person.
So my
not
legacy
going towards the negative.
So that is the thing that I want to say is I want to say you gotta, it's so cliche, people say believe in yourself, but you gotta keep that thing always mapped out. If you got the vision board, it's like, how did I get there? What did I say to myself? I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm gonna stand sometimes with egg on my face. I'm gonna do something new. Maar hulle lag nou. But achterna lag hulle met jou. You know what I mean? And in that it's just that what I want to say to the youngsters and anybody is like, keep that goal in your focal point. Keep it in your and again coming back to in your conscious mind.
Sorry man.
That's how you said.
I am so grateful for your presence on this podcast tonight. I had a very hard day today, né?
Thank you very much.
Wat ek gesien het op Facebook hoe 'n bully 'n persoon in die music industry afdruk en die persoon se failures uitwys en sê wat het sy gedoen, sy lieg vir die mense en bla 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 bla. I'm not going to mention his name,
Yeah.
But die persoon weet die bully weet jy eintlik wat sy moet deurgaan in die industrie nie, man. En ek is bly sy mense het vandag gesien. Dit is amper soos 'n full circle vir my nou dat sy nou die mense doen. En ek is bly die way sy dit uitmap is, there was a goal and you plan the steps to the goal. En was net sy fok voort en sy doen jou eie ding en dit gaan miraculously nie gebeur nie. Gebeur, you know what I'm saying? Nou, thanks for that man. Sy's die regte persoon vanaand.
Nou, ek appreciate
ek
appreciate die positivity. Dankie broer, selfde vir jou. En hy is die ding man. Like ek wil altyd myself push en wat is hy ultimate goal? Wat is hy legacy wanneer ek daar kom? And I'm going to say it with my voice again. I'm like a activist actually.
Yeah.
You know. And I know what I'm here to do is going to come to fruition as well. My little part that I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you talk to me about owning your own rights?
Owning my own
your
rights.
Own image rights, sorry.
You know what? For me, it happened also kind of like naturally, because I'm not signed to a label.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about how much certain people take from you, there's always going to be an agency or someone that you're working with. It.
Yeah.
But most of that, if you're talking about intellectual property, most of my intellectual property I do own. Yeah.
And nobody's like pop stars or any of those people are trying to get money out of you or still from that time
you know
trying
what?
to hassle you.
No, there's certain battles that there's one battle that I still need to actually kind of head on into is Afro Z stuff. I just never had the time. I went as far to look up who is owning the rights of Afro Z now. Because if you look at it, if you search us,
you get money for
we're
that.
supposed to.
Yeah, but if a time is played, you're supposed to get money for it. But do you?
Look, all I can say is it's going to be a thing of where you can, I don't want to speak out of context, I'd say for instance, it's Takeover Records. Then you have to, get kind of lawyers involved, send them a letter, tell them we need to want to see the books, what's happening with the catalog.
And it's not worth...
I wouldn't say it's not worth.
It is worth
it. You know why I want to do it? That's my legacy for my kids, just to show them that's my start.
Yeah.
Even if it was me buckling my legs a little bit and certain things didn't come to fruition as it's supposed to.
It's a principle.
I want you to see that. So that's why I think to myself, it's not that it's not worth it. Sometimes you need to place your energy also where you can.
Yeah.
But I do want the catalog on, not for money purposes. It's like I need that money. I want to be on I want the catalog to be on iTunes and that. For the fans, it's constantly looking for the music. And then we're supposed to get that royalties. Because we went about, I think we went just under gold. That time it was still CDs.
Yeah.
So I think now with the streaming, that people will stream
push it, obviously, maybe way more than that, obviously, yeah. And I mean, but I wonder if there's a radio still play it or something like that.
They play it a lot. They play it a lot. I think I still heard Playing With My Mind the other day. I was playing with my mind. I was like, yo.
Somebody's still getting money for that.
And that is.
So that's the principalities of it. Like somebody is still getting money for it, even if it's a little bit. There's still some part.
I like how we segue to that to just give the audience a little bit of like, let's just dig a bit deeper. Let me give you guys. Let's look at the bad shit in the industry. But what that said is, like I say, is for me it's just I don't think of it that we didn't still continue or that is there, that I still need to go down the road because I got the necessary people. I know which record label it has. It's just me picking up the phone. And then it's me going down that route to actually finish that little thing. But do I want to do that? Does it need my energy? Can I do other things that's positive? Can I put my energy that is in a different place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, maybe
because
maybe
look now for me is I've transitioned.
Yeah.
I've looked into so many things has happened to me, which I'm grateful for. Again, another thing is last year I almost lost my life in a car accident.
Sure.
Like literally, I look at it now, and if I look at that, I never got a scratch on my body. That I never got something, man, like a piece of window in my eye, a broken bone, or like nothing. Must I tell you how this accident happened?
Yeah, tell me.
One night I'm coming I'm down Marine Drive. I think I'm coming from the north side.
Okay.
Passing.
Pardon Island. Marine Drive.
Marine Drive. I'm coming from Marine Drive is on this side.
Okay.
So I'm coming from the N1.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming from Canal Walk side.
Okay.
It's about 8 o'clock, starts drizzling. But now I know that the people always say when you're driving and it starts to rain, be a bit careful because sometimes the people put oil on the
road, yeah.
on the road.
Now, what happens is when it rains, a little bit of oil lifts off the road like that, and then it becomes
Must I tell you?
aquaplane.
That is such a beautiful way of describing it for the people. All I can say is it felt like I was on ice.
Yeah, aquaplane.
And that's how I know. Even if I couldn't go back there to go see if it's oil, I know what my car felt like.
Yeah.
And it happened to me once too, going to Cape Town Film Studio. Not in the BN, you're going by the power. Then is sometimes sand most me.
Yeah, sand.
But my car just slid one day, bro.
Yeah, on that sand it does that like a shoo.
So fast forward or rewind rather. I'm coming and I come down just about the towel place as you come.
Yeah.
My Marine Drive, and then it's a little ditch and the bridge is coming over from Pardon Island.
Yes.
And it meets and it actually forms like 4 lanes.
Yeah.
So the normal lanes is there, 3, 4, and that's like the 5th lane because it's the slip lane.
Okay, so you're going towards the Canal Walk.
I'm coming from Canal Walk going to town.
Okay, going to town.
My car starts skidding and I'm in the lane right under the bridge by that barrier. The barrier is literally like this way.
So it's on the side.
So they knew how they put that right there because if I'm going to turn, that's what's going to create that thing. So the car slides and the car, because the barrier then comes, must now back, it dips like it and it comes to you automatically. If you didn't turn or something, you're going to just go like that. So I do that and it's power steering.
Sure.
And of course now this aquaplane thing that you call with the oil, what the oil is creating in between. My car starts, this is how it goes. It's like that and I do this. But something tells me the road is quiet, which is very weird.
Yeah.
And there's an SUV, it's right next to me. Look how his eyes go big. But the timing of this is what still freaks me out. He doesn't hit me, he pushes me. So he pushed me, that my side goes, and I start ending up head on.
Yo!
With this guy. And all I can say, look, I'm getting goosebumps because I feel you guys are feeling it as well. I'm
You're
sitting.
facing the bra going on.
I look just like that. Exactly like that. But I wasn't scared. There was something in me that was accepting. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There was something that was accepting inside of me. I was just like, why does this feel so calm? So he pushes me. And as he pushes me over into the other lanes, I'm still facing the wrong way. And I'm like, how is this not over yet? Because I was expecting this guy to
To
drive.
flip or something, or to
The right thing that he did was to not stop and continue to push me.
but he slowed down his speed.
No, he's just like he was ramming through me. But it was the right thing to do. Because if he had to brake, that's when we would have collided. So he pushed my car into the other lanes and he actually pushes me away from him and he continues on like nothing's happened to him. I say to myself, I'm still in this. Because I'm looking down all the lanes and I'm seeing, but there's no cars, this is Marine Drive. You know how Marine Drive is, you go there now.
Yeah, busy, yeah.
Bro, that cars, I go into the other lanes, I remember looking down and I see no cars and I say, thank you God, I'm still in this. And my car starts spinning uncontrollably. Like I'm in, you know that shells,
Yeah,
at the
it's just
festivals?
spinning like
And that force that just keeps you back like that. And the force, it's like a G-force almost. It actually, even though I'm conscious, it's like I'm a little bit unconscious because it's like I don't know what to do. Because it's spinning so fast.
Yeah.
Because if I was there, then I could have just thought about doing the other way. But I'm totally just spun out of control, like I'm drunk. And I'm waiting and nothing's happening.
Where's the other cars?
Gone, nothing. And I actually continue to the safe lane that coming from Pardon Island open and I hit a barrier. That's when I stopped. I saved, because I just overhauled my whole engine. And that
But
was
you were alive, bro.
But you see, that's the thing, and that was the thing.
You could have been like, your car could have flipped, rolled, like.
And that's when I said, you know what, I'm ungrateful. I'm ungrateful. And that's when I just started to be grateful. Not that I was like cocky or I was never grateful, but I was just like, how could I say this about my engine? Like, it's my car. It's like, and I fixed the engine a week ago. I had to do some little more because I'm modding up the car. But this is material. Because when I touched myself and I was looking at myself and I was like, wait, bro, how do I have nothing's wrong with me? As I come stopping only, there's still no cause. That SUV that pushed me is there in Lavendale. He's looking at me. When he saw, that's fuck, when he saw me like, I got out of the car. So they drive.
Wow, wasn't the car damaged?
I think
Probably the bumper
I
or
think
something
they didn't
like.
care. I don't. That was the nice thing about it too. There was no bump. If there was anything wrong with the bumper, the clips could have broken, or it was just bent a little bit. But I didn't feel no force or anything. So that. But now this is a nice part again. As I come stopping there, I'm ungrateful a couple of seconds, and I think, nah, man. And then the cars only start coming after a minute. A minute is long. In that time, it feels like forever. Boom, cars start flying by. So, yo, bro, it's like those little things. It's like I look at it like that's also part of my journey. It's like the failures makes you just realize how fragile life is. Then COVID came hit us, and in fact, this was just COVID. This was now 2020, end of 2022. COVID still came as well. You know how COVID hit us as artists. That was another thing for us to fight through. And I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I was in the beginning, I was actually trading. I was doing Forex.
Okay.
So that's a
I
thing.
wanted to ask you about having more than one stream of income.
Yeah.
That's one of my questions.
That's an interesting thing how that also happened. Because I was always thinking about, you know, how they say in business, diversify your portfolio. Now,
Yes.
we can't diversify like a portfolio, but our portfolio is our services.
Sure.
And again, luckily for me, the thing there was having all these different things and doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Like people is amazed by the acting, the singing, the studio, and then formulating that because I was like, I need to create that sustainability for myself.
Yes.
But have fun and do what I love because you can't just do things now for kroon as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to now people are surprised that they see me doing this new thing. Then they're like, no, okay, cool. You're just doing it now because it's something else didn't work out. No, I've methodically thought about it. Everything. Even now with my label is a
Yeah, you've got a
amazing
label
thing.
there, Saint Clair. I see it.
Yeah, my clothing label. If you can plug that.
Yeah, I see it's dope. I saw some of the stuff on your
So-
WhatsApp as well.
But this was the beautiful spin out of COVID again. There I plunged myself in the new craft that I learned was.
I like this T-shirt you got on. It's a
Thank you
lekker
very
one.
much, bro.
How much do they go for? When can I get one?
You can get one from me, certainly, bro. This is 379. It's a heavyweight.
Oh, that's a nice
Cotton,
one.
180
I think
grams.
I'll support you to do
Thank
that.
you very
one.
much.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
I
buy
want to
one.
grab one of
It's
those.
got the classic. It's got the classic Saint Clair vinyl suede logo.
Lekker.
So
Saint
again,
Clair, Cape Town.
yeah. Let me tell you how this happened again. My mother and my father is both in textiles.
Okay.
My daddy, another blessing, he was the first people that brought in Nike and Reebok into the country. T-shirts. Yeah, I know it's mine. I saw your mind like blowing there. Like,
No,
We
it
used
just
to
shows
get-
the entrepreneurship, where the entrepreneurship side comes from.
And I would
Whenever
actually,
yeah,
and
whenever
I would actually let us on.
Yeah, how it manifests itself is like I have conversations like whoever I think
Yeah.
speak about whoever I had this conversation with Yasin Bonds. How did he become the artist that he does?
Yeah.
And then he speaks about art school and he speaks
Yeah.
about this. It's the same thing with all successful artists like yourself and other people. You have more than one stream of income. That I've seen that part, and it's like how you build that, and like where did that come from? And then you say, nah, your dad used to bring in stuff. That entrepreneurship then comes from him. It's all part of the journey,
So it
like
was
you
also-
said.
Thank
earlier.
you. I appreciate that. It was also like kind of subliminal.
Yeah.
Because that time I was learning from him subconsciously. I was just, he would bring T-shirts home and then he would say,
You just watch your dad. Like,
yeah, he would just say like something, there was a little default. Then a default is you can't even like notice it, but they can't sell that. And that was one of his expertise too, from getting the stock, looking at the stock, approving the stock,
yeah.
you know, kind of like a brand manager. And that's how it bit me again subconsciously, because in COVID, I then studied marketing because I was again, what do I do next now to evolve myself?
Yeah, man, it's dope.
You see?
Oh, keep evolving. That's another tip out there to the kids. Keep evolving, keep
There we go.
studying, keep learning.
Evolve or die.
Oh, evolve or die. There we go.
And then
Keep learning. Like,
yeah, and I got to give props to my mother as well. My mother worked for Carimo, and my mother worked for not Black Brick. I'm thinking about Black Brick.
Did you have one? Everybody had a BlackBerry back in the day.
No, I definitely had, but
I didn't have one.
The BlackBerry bowled me with crazy. But yeah, so my mother then also spoke to me about seaming again.
Yeah.
So she's taking me on, telling me about the double stitch. And my dad is picking,
Textiles.
dad is picking up the t-shirt and he say, nah, it's a kak t-shirt.
Quality.
You can kijk hy nek gat. He was just hardcore like that.
I like your neck that you got on because
So now you can see
the
the stuff that they taught me is what looking at the weight, looking at the heaviness of the cotton. I don't use polyester also because polyester can burn you. That's what we don't know. So it's 100% cotton.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So it's high quality. That's why
Yeah.
you pay a little bit extra,
Yeah.
but it doesn't stretch and all those type of
Because
things.
we want you, for that reason, we want you to wear something quality.
Yeah.
And I created the brand also that I can be something that I wear something that I'm proud of.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
man.
I can be like, why must I wear someone else's brand?
Yeah, normally people just like buy tons of t-shirts from China and they put their logo on it. But you are considering the wearer.
No,
I like that. Like,
I'm from like, you're not like a true like brand manager or like designer if I'm going to just like give a command and poof, that pops out. It's going to be like methodically thought about, like to the logo I design. So I had to study branding. So I had to study why a Nike logo looks like a Nike logo. But it's for that reason, that the goal, the intention, to give you quality.
yeah.
It's not that we're just putting something that you want to sell a piece of crap. I can tell you the weight of the t-shirt. I can tell you the neck. I can tell you what it, because I actually went to go choose the stuff. But for a reason that you don't ever want to give people kak.
Yeah,
You don't want to give them
no.
crap. You don't want to give them crap. You want to give,
Then they're not going to come back, bro.
because it's about, I wanted to create a quality, affordable streetwear brand. Not cheap, because cheap is gonna break.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. Affordability.
Lekker. You also, amongst many things you do, you also did stuntman. You were a stuntman.
Yeah, the journey there again for me was like, I always go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Fully. And I think that's another lesson too.
Yeah.
Telling the kids like, be obsessed. Lose yourself.
I also got some friends in the stunt industry.
I bet you do.
Grand Powell. Grand Powell was
I
on
have to
here,
give
yeah.
respect. I saw Grand Powell was on the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is actually my mentor. I got
Is
to
it?
give respect to Granty.
I also know Ryan Jafter. I don't know
Ryan
if you worked
Jafter as
him.
well.
He's the coach, man. He was a son, yeah.
So Ryan, I used to train with Ryan at the gym.
Is it?
Kickboxing, and he used to work there.
Okay.
And I actually told Ryan to get into the stunt industry. I told him,
Is it? Nah,
just to
lekker,
motivate
man.
him and tell him, bro, you didn't got the potential. You know martial arts. You know.
He's been doing it his whole life, coach. Yeah, he was one of my first coaches, like how to do the weights and stuff
So,
like that. And yeah,
respect to them. So that
respect the
stunting-
architects.
Yeah, I got to respect the architects, bro. You know, it's to get the door open is a blessing.
And you got into did you get into stuntman before you got into acting, or did you get into acting?
Yeah. I almost told you I studied now at high school.
Yeah.
And then after high school, I think it's in between the time just before pop stars that I always did karate.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want to do kickboxing. To defend, to have it. I like the sport. I did soccer already. I did this, I did that. I gravitate to this because I feel it's going to give me discipline. And I feel it's always
martial arts.
And I feel I'm gonna create a confidence because I know how to defend myself. Not to hurt people, but I'm gonna know how to defend myself. Pursued kickboxing, studied the grades, KU1, all of this stuff, and then later that came together when I got Granty. You know, I was down and out that time, bro.
Is it?
I was down and out. I met Granty. That's a beautiful story as well.
How did you meet Grant?
But listen to this. I knew Grant from acquaintances.
Okay.
Because he's from Strandfontein.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men in Strandfontein. Because I stayed in the village at the time. But anyway.
He was a well-known chap back in the day.
so rewind and I, bro, there was a time I think after that, I was down and out, bro. And I was like, but I knew already I had to get into acting. And this is how the acting and stunting then really came into fruition because I was already doing commercials. I was already doing commercials from around 05. But now if you're doing character commercial stuff, it's all body language. I look at the girl, I just do that. And I've communicated something.
Yeah.
Or I just put on my hat or something and I just give them a nod or something. Just something.
All the
So
small
it was
stuff.
it was like internal acting.
Yeah.
So now the acting is already there. So now I'm like, okay, cool, I'm sick of these commercials. My mother said to me, I need to focus on this. And I do see, this is how I want to take the next step of my career. I'm giving up music for a while, again going down the rabbit hole. And there I find myself with nothing else to do. And that's where I got Granty and I was like, I knew I wanted to get into the acting and do stunts because I said, I'm going to be in a Hollywood movie doing my own stunts. I spoke it. Because I had to speak it and I wrote it down. That's also something that I do.
You speak things into reality.
Speak it into existence, yeah.
Existence.
And I believed in that and I held that, put it in my pocket. So now what happens is, it's a funny, beautiful thing. This universe that we live in brings you people you need on your path.
You speak it into existence.
Everything starts. Even with my manager as well, like we got an amazing venture together. Like we know each other for years, and it's amazing how you meet people on your path that bring you to that. I came from training. I think I came from work. I'm doing deliveries at the time, but I'm pumped up. I came from gym and I said, hey, I had my boiled eggs already.
Coach always telling to eat the boiled eggs.
Protein,
That's crazy.
and peanut butter.
And peanut butter,
I go take out my shake, me, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna have my protein shake now. The whole protein shake fell out, me, bro. And I'm like, now on my jacket, I was gonna go to the JoeZONE now. So I look like, to take it water there. I'm busy. I'm trying to clean my jacket because it's like a dog denim. Granty pull up. right by me to put in petrol. Like, no, I didn't have to go anywhere. I just had to stand there. That's what I saw. But now, of course, we don't know what's going to manifest us out of that, because after years, I'm happy to see him. Like, yo, bro, nah, you look like you're doing good, and what's popping? Because I know he was doing, when I was doing commercials, he was doing stunt commercials. Hy man vlieg het 'n stuk rocket uit my, bro. Really?
Tell us about this. You showed the.
Dus je ziet dat
yeah.
man schiet het 'n stuk rocket uit. I'm like, bro, this man is gevaarlijk. So we knew him as that. He tells me, I'm in coordinating now. You should think about getting into this.
So he was a stunt coordinator that time.
Now he's a coordinator now, choreographer.
Yay, or fight
So,
choreographer.
and we're working at the Cape Film Studios. That
Cape
big
Town Studios, yeah.
Yeah, where you see that boats.
Yeah.
And that man says to me, you must think about it. I'm working on a big Hollywood series. I've been preparing my body, my bro.
You just come from training. You look just like Coach Buto. You were in a program and alles like.
No, I never met him that time. Yeah. That time I was still at the Zone.
Oh yeah, the Zone.
It's later that I met him. Around about 2015. This is 14. Bro, that man say that. So he said to me the ins and outs, of course, trying to protect me in some way. He said, look, if people's not for this, they're going to fall to the wayside. So you must know of you. I said, no, I know. So now everyone looked at me like, I made the decision. Is this music thing now not working for you? But meanwhile, I didn't know. I'm shaping this different dream.
Acting, bro.
Yeah,
as a stuntman, it's all part of the game.
I'm crystallizing this vision that I mapped out. Because in Dubai, just before that, I used to write stuff on A4 like this. Then I say, be an actor in Hollywood, not the time frame. On the cupboard, plug it. Every day, I lock myself in my room, my hotel room. I'm gonna do Forex. Then I say, like a mind map. It might sound crazy, but it
no, it don't sound crazy. 5 years ago, I used to write names down in a book like Reddy D, Mark Latrin, Ernest Saint Clair, all the people that I'm one day
going
to
really
talk to.
Put my name there. I just say that.
I write down endless. I'll show you.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate the gesture. So, bro, I mapped out. I say, I'm gonna write a book, an e-book. I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna do this. I put it there. So one of the stuff was acting in Hollywood, and I said that just did my audition. I still said on my audition tape, you can find my audition tape here. You wanna find my audition tape? Say Pipeline Records TV. I just wanna see something. Nah, this is like gevaarlijk. This is like the Joe Rogan Cape Town show, bro. This is guys, you're so gevaarlijk, really. I like it. Let's go.
Pipeline through the fans extract.
Say Pipeline TV, sorry.
What year was that? You said it was 2016.
Go down, please.
What is that pipeline there? Just go up there, up it. What is that?
Say Pipeline Records TV.
Saint Clair, Afro X.
Nah, so say just Pipeline Records TV, no? And then you say YouTube, and it's gonna give you. You did actually ask me for links. Huh? I realized it now.
Vivo meets Ernest Saint Clair.
But I want to show you guys my audition tape.
We can drop it in afterwards.
I'll look for it.
We can drop it afterwards.
We can
So
drop
you
it
so you did the audition tape back in.
And in my audition tape, I was like saying, I'm gonna be one of the first. That's the next thing that I said. I'm gonna be one of the first Khoisan superheroes. Sounds funny again.
Not impossible.
Fast forward 2016, I do a movie about the colonization of the Bushman.
Is it?
Khoisan hero. We were speaking Nama, my bro. It's called Kratawa. It's another
Kratawa, yeah, I know about
watch
that. I know about the Kratawa,
story.
the story of the Kratawa or something like that.
Kratawa.
As a people, no?
Just say Pipeline Records TV. So, yeah, that's how that started. And I had to go down the rabbit hole. We're getting closer now. Go down. Like I was now. No, it's not that.
Pipeline Records.
We're gonna get it. Basically, I had to go down that rabbit hole. So, stuntman to get to that goal of to be fully fledged and do my own stunts. I had to just again lose myself.
When did you start like featuring and talking in the movies like?
2014. I think the first gig that Granty gave me. Yeah.
You so much spoke?
No, I never spoke. I think I fought with Sasha Baron Cohen.
Yay.
Ali G.
Ali G.
Yeah. Yeah, I fought with Ali G. Here's it. Boom. Listen to my audition.
Fighting
they
and
cut
movement.
off. They cut. Yeah, check it. This is all the commercials.
Ernie B. Okay, there we go.
Hi, my name is Ernest Saint Clair. I'm an actor, recording artist. I started off doing kickboxing and Muay Thai in 2001. Been training in it, and I've been recently training with Grant, of course, for the last 8 months. Doing basic, fight choreography. As well, I've been doing gun training, tactical training, gun handling. And yeah.
And rolling.
So now they're seeing our movement.
Hey, I know that. That's familiar.
We're doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu, judo rolls actually.
Yeah.
Judo rolls.
Break falls and stuff.
Yeah, so now you can see movement. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So man is that granted nog een stuk effort. So now I'm showing my movement, I'm showing my martial arts skills.
Hey, lekker kicks, eh?
It's not a fluke, you know.
Hey, Grant.
I do this for real.
And action.
Oh, nice takedown.
This was whack, bro. I'm gonna say
Action.
this was quite.
Okay, the punches, I don't know.
What, my punches?
I don't know, so, but it's just, maybe you're not better now.
He was trying to punch me.
Oh, is he trying to punch you? Nah, but it's, I
yeah.
like your takedowns, son. I'm nice, smooth stuff there.
So, you had to go down that road, down that rabbit hole. Yeah,
Do you still train?
Nah, I do a lot of physical stuff. I try to switch it up. Beetje yoga, beetje more physical stuff, beetje calisthenics.
That helps as you get in older,
and
like
movement also, just to keep just to keep fluid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that thing of Bruce Lee. You got to be like water. I say, my friend, you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a glass, it becomes the glass. You put water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be water, my friend.
got some acting there, so nice, man. Yo, so then you all this time you go in, then you went into the series like Arendsvlei.
Yeah.
How did you get into that? Like that was because then you started to have like proper role, like you became like a character, no?
Yeah, I would say it was a fully fledged. No, Kratoa was the first.
Is it? But tell me about Arendsvlei.
But it wasn't really. It wasn't the first. So there was little spots here in between. That was actually leading up to that too.
Yeah.
Perform with Boris Kuzo, the fight with that guy, Ali G.
Ali G.
Just little. It was maybe just finish. But it was building me up to that. So Kratoa happened before that. I got a little bit nice features here. Then you just have maybe one word, then you're getting 2 words, and you're getting 3 words. Now you're saying a line. Okay, cool. Now they're starting to have confidence. Because I know I can do it, but they must now know that I can do it. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So now they test the waters. They see, okay, cool, boom. So Kratoa is, I tell my agent the same thing because now they also in disbelief. They again in the disbelief of, and I did gevaarlijke commercials with him. I did an HSB commercial that I got like 55,000 rand for the day. So now, of course, I can do the thing, but they like, oh, we don't know if the directors is going to think that you are, you can pull a lead acting because you come out of TVCs, which is commercials. So I said, I know I can do it. You've seen me grow now. I'm in stunts also.
Yeah,
so I've added another thing to my toolkit.
Yes.
Give me the shot. So Kratoa lands, the audition comes.
Is that Kratoa?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like a proper movie, full on.
This is weak. Look, I went to China for this movie, bro.
Is it? Can we just check this trailer out?
You can go and watch it.
Yeah.
You can't change the resolution?
Okay, you can't show too much of it.
Yeah, just that would be fine.
But what happens? What do you star
So let me tell
in
you.
the movie as?
This is quite.
Yeah. Where is this shot?
Bro, there's a shot in Cape Agulhas is supposed to be by the castle.
Oh, yo, my bro, this look like a hard movie. How do I not know about it?
Hey, bro, that is the craziest thing. Why also? But I think there was some politics behind why it had to be taken down. Yes, ek ook.
Taken down.
Yeah. Because you know what? It's showing hectic stuff. You can
Okay,
pause
but
it.
now-
Let me tell you.
yeah, pause it.
Let me
Tell us
tell you what it's about.
Yeah.
I think that's
important.
why. So it's a beautiful story. So now we're going onto the journey of trying to land leads and peak supporting, not just supporting leads, supporting roads. You in the top 10 of the cost. I say, give me a go. They say there is this role for a bushman type of hero. It's a true story based on Kritoa. Kritoa was the slave girl that was taken in at 9 years old by Jan van Riebeeck. She was raped by Jan van Riebeeck before she was a young girl, because there used to be they call it a 4-month feast that used to be held for our females to celebrate them becoming young women. And he raped her in between that time. I say, this is such a crazy story people need to know about this. I say, you, her love interest, you were promised to her. You are Doman. So the characters, it's not fictional characters. This is non-fiction.
Real.
This is real characters. Doman was promised to her before she was before a 4-month feast, before she becomes a young lady.
Was she like a predominant member in the tribe?
Big. This is why. He, of course, had his statistics things most now that interest him. But he was like, one thing was that caught him. She used to be with her uncle. Have you ever heard of Harry the Strandloper?
Yeah.
But I think he was also dirty. He was dirty because he was the first guy who sold us. He was one of the traitors.
Sure.
Oh, Harry the Strandloper was dirty because he saw the greed took him over.
Okay.
He's literally the first one that take him to the inlands, and was the first one to let the trading things happen.
Yeah.
Because he was smart, like us, we smart. You know, whether we've got some
But he
Dutch
was a
blood or something.
scallum.
Yeah, we've got the Khoisan blood in us, but that is how we're innate, we're very witty. So,
So sorry, just to break your word. I put the description of the link in the comments, so whoever is watching, you can just check it out there.
Gevaarlijk. That's dope. So yeah, so amazing story. And I'm promised to her, and I'm sad that I feel that she's straight betraying us, because I mean she's taken from me now as well. And I see her betraying the tribe, and I see all of these things. All true stories. Listen, you know what was the most interesting part about this, but I felt so proud to do this. This is now my first big set. They haven't seen me in a South
This is such a dope story,
They haven't
bruh.
seen me in a South African series. There was a hate that I was getting. They haven't seen me in a South African series. They haven't seen me on a South African thing before that, since the stuff that I did in stunts was all Hollywood stuff. Even my little roles that I'm getting. So they looking at me like, this nigga singer thinking he can. Meanwhile, 1998 I was at the Artscape when it was. But there I had to show myself. The story is so gevaarlijk. The story, we had to speak Nama. That is what gevaarlijk.
So you learned.
Bro, it's fun. We actually very close to the Xhosa clan as well. They, I think somewhere down the line, the tribes connected. That's why we had 5.
The clicks comes from.
We've got
from
8
us,
more.
yeah.
We've got 3, 4, 5 more clicks or something. But the thing is, what goes deeper in that, that's why I say I'm an activist. They started to steal our language in that. Because Afrikaans is actually based, it's got Khoi in. Nama, it's got Cape Malay in. That's why you hear them say Jamang, it's Malay.
Yeah.
Platsang also.
Yeah, Platsang also. So all of those things interested me. That we had to speak Nama. I was proud to do this movie because I knew I was going to leave something that's also part of the legacy, because I feel we as colours, we need to know that. Yes, we and I'm proud also we've identified with coloured, but our real culture is knowing what our race is. And I don't mean this to offend, people's not probably going to like what they say. But I'm going to say it like it is, because it's nothing that we're not proud of that. But we need to know what our actual heritage is.
Yes.
So we that is also a thing that I'm going to say it in a good way. The apartheid regime tried to brainwash us and to collectively take us away.
Take us away, yeah.
Because we would the black community would have just been us as well. But yes, we got a bitchy Dutch. Yes, we got a bitchy this Indian. Yes, we've got a bitchy Malay.
So they try to separate it, and that's how you
And
create
that's how
division, and then obviously
creating
this group
division too.
versus that group, and not.
So coming back to the point is, it was a proud moment for me because I feel that is still an unlived story too that I'm also still fighting.
So
There's only a couple of people. There's someone is translating it now.
So what happened to the movie?
Bro, this movie, you know what's the beauty of this thing too? This is played international.
But now why can't you see it here?
It was playing here on Stake Nico, but apparently they had to take it off.
Because somebody
Early.
complained.
That's all I'm gonna say. I can't speak out of context. All that I heard was they had to be taken down.
It's by snacks, no?
Maybe bro, why?
Because
Why is this
is
weird?
the type of stuff that that empowers us, man.
Yeah.
And if they give us identity, like, you know what I'm saying?
But we have to take it, and that's what Mandela said too. No one's gonna tell our stories. No one's gonna come. I mean, he said it to all the different races. Yes, we collectively we're South African and we're proud, but we still need to tell our stories. We still need to.
Yeah, we talk a lot
Yeah,
about
isn't-
storytellers here, and Mark Lottery, he spoke about it. He's a storyteller, and I see what a profound storyteller you are, my bro. Like really to do a story like this.
Thank you.
Yo, this is.
I'm glad that you
is
put me in the same
phenomenal.
breath as that. I mean, I respect.
Nah, I mean, like if
Mark.
you the knowledge of what you're doing here, this is a very important story.
Yeah.
You put your name forward. You didn't put your name forward. You said, "Listen, I really want to do this."
Bro,
This like I can feel. I know I
appreciate
can
it.
understand that the passion that you wanted to do this because you needed to tell that story. It was
This
was
feel-
beyond like the money and all that other
Thank you.
bullshit.
Definitely. I mean, I can say it's like we need to pull that. Somehow we've got to all take part in pulling the wool off the eyes.
Yeah.
Because like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on a podcast. She can attest to this, and those around me can attest to what I do. There's a lot of things I do, but I know what the left hand shouldn't say what the right hand does. But I care about my community because I know we are marginalized,
Yeah.
and I know that's one thing. Then we come and we fast forward again and we talk about what's happening from the 80s, early 80s in gangsterism.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the bio warfare against our people. I'm going to say this.
100%.
I'm going to say, thank you very much, sir. You took it right out of my mouth. And this is the stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Ashley Grills. I want to talk about these things. Yeah.
Can I just-
Yeah.
I didn't even get nominated. I know I had to get nominated, but I don't care about that accolade. But I know why I'm not nominated.
Kijk, you know, they will push your role in spinners as a gangster speel. By the way, ze doen op fuck the gangster, by the way.
We can
Cut
ask
real.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Tell us about
but just give me a second. they will push that type of roles, but we fucking ons colors is die movie nie, man. You know what I'm
This
saying?
movie is-
So this is where it starts.
Exactly.
This is where it starts, and
Where the
we need to
information
talk
is-
about it, and you guys can spread. You guys got an amazing platform to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That
I'm
is
grateful,
why
very
we
grateful
hope to do
be
that. Yeah,
amazing.
and you know what? This politics seem to be everywhere. We spoke to another professional athlete, bruh. And this professional athlete is unable to go to the Olympics because of stupid politics. Because he's the #1 professional athlete in the world. He comes from Athlone, but because he's not the right color, he can't represent the people.
Bro.
So somebody
That's
else
why-
must. He's the best in the world at it,
And that's what,
but he can't
and that's why
represent
we
us.
just need platforms like this, and we need more positivity. That's all. It sounds cliched, but it's all about the energy that we put out. You can't expect to be great if you're being negative. You can't. Two things can't.
You hear that, Nento?
It's two poles.
You hear that, Nento?
Ze mag hem ik negative.
No, I'm just saying you're not negative, bro. But like that's a good statement. Like and like the other people out there, they can
No,
suck on that.
bro.
Like,
100%.
you can't be great, man, if you be negative. You can't.
And there's a motivation that I want to
Yeah.
say. You
So
can't.
though for those people that think they're great with their negativity, you're not, bro. That's not excellence. That's not colored excellence. This here in front of me, this is colored excellence. Somebody that maintaining his integrity and
Yeah.
dignity and excelling.
Look, I'm not gonna look here on a media platform. I don't want to act like I'm perfect, but
Nobody's perfect.
This is what I resonate with.
Nobody's
And I
perfect.
want to use this platform for stuff like that. I want to use these platforms to then slowly get into the matrix and leave what the legacy
Yeah,
is-
nobody's
is
and
about.
nobody's perfect, my bro. But as long as none of us are perfect. But as long as we are striving to do better, that is the right thing. We're not striving to do worse or put people down in a negative way. It's trying to do better, spread positivity. Do it. Okay, let's open up a conversation to this, and you're not doing it in a negative way. You're doing it in a positive way. Yeah, let's do it through arts.
I've got an idea why this movie was not. Let's call it shadow banned. There's a critical race theory is where the powers that be. People want to educate the next generation of the history, the real history of Caucasians and what they've done in the past, and they're trying to sabotage
stop that.
Yeah. So this is obviously it goes against that narrative.
But you can never, I don't think you can ever stop. Like if it's got a positive intention, then the outcome can only be that. So it can ripple effect, and maybe it can take a time that it reaches everybody. But slowly but surely, I hear a lot of people, they don't even know it's me doing this role because I had to change. They told me, you can't look like.
Yeah,
like
you don't
Arnold
look.
Schwarzenegger."
You don't look like.
I was bigger too. I was buff. They're like, you can't be looking. You must now drop.
Oh yeah, because you don't get like gebouwde.
Yeah.
I want to see the way you look because you look very different.
If you go back in the trailer, you will see in the beginning. I'm there. Let's check it out again. Go a little bit further because you said, I know you said you can't play too long.
We can show one of our faces, man. We can see you.
Okay, cool.
So he doesn't have to. Is that you? No.
It is.
That's
That's
the
actually Kritawa, yeah.
Kritawa.
That's Kritawa, yeah.
Oh, the stories about her.
Yeah.
There's what's his name? Yo, hectic.
There we go. Did it, guys?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. So yeah, you just showing us. Oh, that's you. Yo, you look very different. Like, yeah. So you just be showing us the movie.
Yeah, so this is a trailer. But
The trailer. Sorry,
The
the
dope
trailer
thing-
for
the
the
dope
movie.
thing- the
Sorry
dope
about the
thing- the dope thing about this is
Thank you.
was actually playing. I just wanted water. Is it okay? Oh. Okay, thank you. The quiet thing about this. Okay, cool. The quiet thing about this is this movie was playing for 3 months in China for a movie festival, Beijing International Film Festival. So we get invited back in 2018. They're like, listen here, you guys have been invited. 3 of you are gonna fly down. You on the carpet. I think you can pick it up probably when you put my name in.
He's just going inside.
Yeah, but yo, bro, that experience itself to know that how these people they actually gravitate to us and they just accept the talent as is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy, like how talented we are, man. Like,
In China. I'm talking about in China. The way they were interviewing us, we had to go on a panel, sit on a panel and talk about the show, how, go into depth about the role and why. Because they resonate to this. They're about culture. So now the clicks, you know how this click sounds? This click sounds a little bit like Red Indian.
There's a other girl.
There's a bottle right there.
There's a bottle right there.
Right there.
No worries.
So,
So in China, you were saying...
So
you say the data is klaar?
in China, Beijing, bro, I mean, it was an amazing experience that they actually... thank you. They actually... just adore us, me, bro. Like Jesus Michael Jackson, bro. I was like, yeah, but not in a way of boosting your ego, just to be like how they appreciate talent.
Yeah.
It's like, then they ask us about the question so softly. I was like, and they show us on the, of course, now you see yourself there, like we at the Grammys or Oscars, wys hulle weer op die screen die hele tyd. You're like, yo, mommy, I'm a light from Lotus.
Hey.
I'm here, live and direct. You know what I mean?
That's
and
like
I'm never gonna change.
Nah, man, so it's a dope experience. Like, okay, so, and this is like a big budget film. Like, I can see obviously the costumes and everybody in it. Like, that's awesome experience.
Amazing
like.
experience.
So, with
Shot
all
well.
this wealth of experience,
So sorry to cut you in.
No worries.
Again, this was actually directed by Roberta, and I know you asked me the question. So who's Roberta? Penguin Films. Penguin Films is behind Arendsvlei.
Okay.
So when she knew me here, I can thank her as well.
Okay, so she worked with you here and
she
in the
knew.
transition because she works. That's how it happens.
One
Bigger
is
your
just-
portfolio.
One day, but I still had to go sing for my food. I still had to go say, you're Roberta. No? Ernest, I've got something for you. Yeah, but you need to go audition. Oh, Roberta, but I not go sing for my money. No, I just want the producers to see you. So is the producer and the director and the writer. She was actually the producer, writer, and the,
Is it?
yeah, Roberta de Rand. Arendsvlei came. Was a tough year. We went to for Krakatoa, 2018. There's nothing happening that year. It's a slow year. Boom. Come back from China. Roberta weer. Ernest, I got something for you. Play something for you. I say, yes, Roberta. She say, listen, come and see me. I go see her. Sister, you're looking good, eh? You're looking good for the older woman as well. Nah, I look, why is Roberta was him? I say, Roberta, what are you trying? So this role of Christopher had that intentions. He was the character who fell in love with the older woman who was abused by her husband. So she had these little, like that's how methodical this producing and directors, they look at your life, they look at your things. Do you have a family? So can you play a family man? Did you lose someone? So how could you play a role that you're gonna show loss? You know what I mean? They
really look at you like that.
Like now that I got the tattoos, they just want to give me the gangster stuff. But I want to steer away from it now because I think this don't want to be typecast. I do all these different things. Like,
But tell us about the role of Spinners, man. Who called you this time? Like,
Boom Boom, I think it was something else. It was a comedy also from Roberta then. I don't know what happened there. Because I said I want to do comedy as well. And then I did a movie before Spinners. Must still be released. You can see that on my IMDb. I was a gangster, my bro. Also by hardcore. Also is hier uitgetattoo, hele linker gezicht. Hardcore. Like the Spinners role is like 10% of that character.
Is it?
Yeah.
And the Spinners role is quite aggressive.
It's very dark, but it is like all these stories. We never started out bad.
Yeah.
We never started to be tainted a little bit. It's like the villain. It's like you see the villain that's loved. What's the guy in Batman? Yeah. You see his story. You see how you see how he was neglected. You see how he was pushed to that moment where he's
Yeah.
So it's taking that experiences, man. And my life experiences too.
Yes.
And seeing how this character, he was once a good guy, 19 years old, ex-rugby player, had to pick up weight, had to weigh 85. Ex-rugby player that hurt his knee. That is the brief.
Okay, they give you a whole brief of the character.
They call it the character Bible, which is amazing.
Okay.
That's something.
So you got the whole background.
They give you a character Bible, because it's the Bible.
Okay.
You go there. But they first give you little bits, and then you can also, as an actor, I like to add on another story to tap onto it even more and to make it real.
Even more in depth knowledge
that's
into the person.
That's the right word, actually. Me and Chris and Bennett like to use it with depth. Depth. Because it's like about the psychology of the character.
Yeah.
And it's like what you said, what is the objective of the character? What is the super objective of the character? It's all these things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like in life.
Why
too.
they would act that way.
Yeah.
Because everything else makes us who we are.
So they say that I actually auditioned for another one. It's a reform gangster who is Gary. Keanu Lee played that role.
Okay.
But I'm actually glad they gave it to him because I wanted to be this dog. I wanted to go somewhere where I never went.
Keanu Lee speelt zijn rol ook befok, né?
Yeah.
As a father.
As a father.
I can relate to his
Now
role.
now that's why I say, and I think he's been a father longer than me. And he looks more
Fatherly.
Dad bod.
But then I said, no, we've got Ray for you. I said, what is Ray? Read the brief again. Okay, Ray, ex-rugby player hurt himself and he became gangster because he had to take care of the family. Okay, cool. I like that. There's meat there. How can I add to that stuff? And then I tap into things that I see. I'm like from Lotus River. And then I tap into these things. And I tap into
what you've seen,
mannerisms, and I see. And again, it's about losing yourself. It's like you say, no one has seen me like that. I think if you remember Arendsvlei, he's a different character.
Yes.
He was a more introverted. He was a little bit like not sure of himself. You know what I mean? So it's going to play in the body.
I saw you even did that.
Yeah.
Not sure of yourself.
Yeah, so that's the things that we have to go into depth with to tell our stories, and that's the interesting part, So yeah, that's how Spinners
that
came about.
mannerism is in Spinners, just the way like you talk with that swagger. It's quite interesting. So
you go there. I mean, even my eating, they call it method acting. So you stay in the row, you start to talk like that at home. I start to dress like that. I start to eat, but it's funny. It's funny at home.
So they know already.
Yeah, so it's like I get into this character. I got the old character that I also do. But that's the beauty of it. It's just fluid, man. Things that you see and you tap into these little things. What's the mannerisms of the character? And I mean, coming from Lotus, I've seen. I mean, I don't know your guys' backgrounds, but I already saw.
I'm from Retreat, he's from Grassy Park.
Yeah, I already see.
All in a row.
So I saw in Lotus Heads, I already saw my cities and gooders come out when I was before 9 years old already saw that stuff. And then gunshots and this one being shot and then having a gun in my mouth. That time by the funkies and whatever, but I knew some of the funkies. And they were respecting me. They were like, where earn it? And one
I saw you on TV.
Yeah. So it's that respect, and that's the life I come from. So I could have seen all these different things in my period of my lifetime, and then you tap into this. You know what to tap into. I eat different. He's not gonna be like me. He's an ex-rugby player. Okay, cool. So he was fit. He's the muscle. But okay, cool. I got no kids visit. I got no net veel eat. I'm just gonna eat dirty. Everything in my diet was dirty. So now I was bulky. You can see I was bulky. I was 85. I'm probably now 83. But that's the type of things that I get into as well. I even went further. They did say cut my hair. I cut it. Gave me 3 tattoos. Because the tattoos can either symbolize something, of the character, what the specific character went through, lost 3 friends, or, things like that. You go deep into it. And then I took it even further. I went to go make myself a gold slit tooth. You'll see in the first scene when I'm talking and I'm smoking the ends. There's a part, you can see it, will probably still, you'll see when I talk, but just taking even if it's something you don't really see, it's down to my tackies that I wear.
It's my part, the type of character will wear that type of tackies.
I choose it, I'm particular. Even the kippies, I show some of the kips, they were the dry fits, Nike dry fits.
Yeah.
Was about so 300 rand.
Yeah.
The border was like my bro spend all the budget op jou. even Brandon Daniels was saying, my bro, I had all the budget die op jou gespend. Hulle gee vir my 'n paar dagga boots. They gave me a paar dagga boots, my bro. So yeah, it's interesting. Spinners is, and I mean, it's only getting started, bro.
Yeah.
It's like now.
And it's number one, it's becoming a hit.
And that's the nice thing about it. Every time when I do something, I'm blessed to work with a crew that's amazing. Arendsvlei was a hit.
Yeah.
That was a hit, even though you guys didn't know about a commercial hit, but that's like the people know in the culture, like that. And in Arendsvlei, Deep Blue Sea, and now this, when you read the script and then you see the actors, even I take my hat off. And they could have put me with anybody too. They put me with Brandon. Now I take my hat off for him as well.
But you own you handle your own in the scenes.
No,
you look
for
like
sure.
you.
No, I mean it's not like
Definitely.
it's seasoned, and I'm grateful for that. It only shows because now people seeing the iceberg.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, I don't know where it's going to now, but the show is called Spinners now. But daar's eintlik baie spinning in die eerste episodes. It's very character building, but as fucking brilliant, man.
Well
Like
done.
every, there's so many sub stories in that show. For me, it's one of the best. And of these ook in die
That-
laaste episode ek is in it.
That is
Hey,
well.
already did.
He's in it.
That is well
He's playing
put.
himself basically.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, he is. Yeah, that's a good observation that you said there. That's actually how I knew it was going to be a success.
Because of all the stories, like.
All these little things.
The
in
mother
the
has a
script.
story.
Yeah, it's not just because I was just like, yeah, nog a gangster movie.
Ah.
People couldn't think that, but it's
But
not.
it's not.
It's got depth. We are getting depth. It's a spinning element. It's the teens. It's this gangsters fighting for, trying to climb their way up the ladder.
A love
You know?
story
All
involving.
intertwined. And then you look at the crew. Then you say like, oh.
The people you're working with.
Hey,
is
bro,
the
you got
quality.
S. Benjamin on lights, me bro. One of the best in Cape Town, in South Africa, in fact. Haji, DOP, Ibrahim Haji. Ibrahim, people see his work now. Ibrahim has been doing Hollywood stuff. He's
See,
Scorpion King with me.
That is the quality. Because Hollywood has came over here and done so much movies here. The people here has
we
been working on the movies. Now they've all got warme portfolios.
Thank you.
Krantpaal. You can
Yeah.
mention the means that
Yeah.
all that means, and it's quite that they all got, even you got Hollywood movies behind your.
And it's because of, also those who came before me. Like I'm saying, it's because of these people that I mentioned too.
Yeah.
So I know that, and yeah, I'm blessed, bro.
Kijk je wat,
you know.
they take the Cape Flats naar laat het groot laat lyk man.
Bro, they shot everything
Het
is gone.
Kijk je dat lyk.
On quality, they've got the basic equipment, all that. I love it. Cape
They shot
Town
on
film
Pen-
industry is
you know,
gonna
if you see
boom.
at
I
the end
love
of the
it.
movies, sorry to cut you in
No
there.
worries.
You know, if you just Google Panavision quickly. I just want you to Google Panavision. I'm going down the rabbit hole now. I need to tell I want to tell people this stuff.
No, go, bro.
Because people want to know these things. Just
Just
you see this logo at the end of a movie. If you ever
Panavision Cape
I'll
Town.
just say logo. I just want you to say logo. Yeah, go there, logo. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Logo? Thank you. So let me tell you about Panavision. Panavision is an American company. You can only rent their lenses. You're not allowed to buy. No one's ever allowed to buy a lens because a lens costs almost R1 million. They used a set of Panavisions. You know why it looks so great, and you know why it's winning
You always see
awards?
that at the end of the logo, at
So
the end of the movies.
I'm giving people the real, I'm giving people the background. Just so they can know. I want them to understand why it looks the way it looks.
The quality of the camera.
And it was
of
actually
the
road, and then the
lens.
quality of the camera. I mean, the camera is a.
I can
I mean,
well
doesn't matter to
believe
people,
that.
but yeah, the camera is about 400, 500,000 rand. Body alone. And then these are the lenses, but so you can put on any lenses on the body.
Yeah.
But the glass that you choose is gonna show you why you feel that certain way when you watch movies.
Yes.
And all the Hollywood movies that you see this on.
You can see it, it looks different,
Yeah, it's
like-
got that creamy.
Yeah.
I can explain it.
It's different.
Bro,
like-
you can't rent this. You can't buy a lens. You're not allowed to. That's their policy. Right? It's like a Ferrari move. You can't buy a Panavision lens.
Yeah, you can't just go and go buy it. You must
No.
be part of somebody that's
No, the
regulated.
thing is you can't buy it. You can only rent it. That's how crazy it is.
What about the lat? You know what a lat is now? A lat
Yeah.
is when you edit it afterwards.
Look-up tables, but I mean, these guys don't use that. Look-up tables. Look-up tables for people is, in layman terms, is... Oh, we're going deeper. I like this. It's just color for those at home.
Yeah.
Color.
Color
Yeah,
on the
so
screen.
it will look very flat in the beginning, and then they can pop it. But the look-up tables help people sometimes get through the edit faster,
grade
but
in
they
the
would-
movie.
Yeah, the grade. But they never ever... These top guys would never ever use a lookup table. It's gonna cost like $25 or something. These guys they are like
They shoot
they
it.
are $1,000
Yeah.
an hour to.
We all know that like it's better to shoot it properly than to fix it in
No,
post.
no, but I mean,
Or to make it better in
the
post.
the color, yeah, that is important as well. But the color, it's got really nothing to do with color. It's just, yeah, you need to expose it right and all of those things, and that will help. That will help. That the color is great, but they won't use lookup tables, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this I don't even want to know how much these lenses was, but I love it. I love it. He's like laughing.
No, I love that you speak about that. What I enjoy is when people speak passionately about their craft. That's my education.
I lost myself in it, bro.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm happy.
yeah.
I'm happy that I lost
Vincent
myself.
Van Gogh said something like, "I
Yeah.
lost my mind to this, like
and
to my
that's it. You
craft."
need to go down the rabbit hole, and that's a never-ending road.
Yeah.
Of-
It's
of-
worth
yeah.
worth your mind while to lose your mind to your craft if you really achieve what you want to achieve. And that's not money, that's
Yeah.
not success, that's just a goal that you want to. And if it is telling the story that you want to, then it be that like
Thanks, I appreciate that.
no, I mean I foresee some great things that you can still accomplish because of the energy that you have.
I
my
appreciate
friend.
that.
And you just came here with the right energy today that maybe mental needed. I'm maybe in a different space.
I'm
but
grateful, and I feel the same way. The feeling is mutual. Real work recognize real Muslim.
yeah,
So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
we believe I believe like there's like an energy in these walls because we had so much good podcast in this place in Nantel's studio. There's an energy in these walls, man. And we when people come in here, we invite them in with
That's
that
beautiful.
energy, and we just want them to
beautiful.
disperse
That's
that energy when they leave here as well.
And it's got to do with you. I don't think it's the walls has now probably absorbed it,
Yeah.
but it's what you guys are emitting. You know what I mean?
100%.
And people that come in as well, like talented people. that
No,
come
but
in.
I will say,
As ET man. As Yoda.
As ET, man.
As Yoda. Because Yoda was the spiritual. And Buddha.
We got everybody here, bro.
I say it's the people that you rub, that you choose to be with, man. Spend time with. So all the positive people that come in, dude. Yeah, I can be it rub off on you, man.
Yeah.
We had the skateboarder Jean. He says, already D's my friend. Of course he's your friend. Like in my mind I say, of course he's your friend because you're two is op dieselfde level. You know,
Yeah.
performance-wise and how you put yourself in your craft and how it makes you a better person. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Right?
man.
But
100%.
I was talking to an actor, I'll not check now. So, and I explained to him what we try to do. We try to interview actors and everybody from the film industry, man. And we wanna talk shop, man. And this is actually exactly what I was in my mind. I was trying to explain to him. I mean, wie gaan ons gaan dit praat oor
cameras, but we didn't know that. And it's right what you said. I always see this logo. I'm familiar with this logo. I've seen this logo a million times, but nobody knows what the logo is. Now you just explained to us something quite profound.
I mean, it boils down to also that thing coming back to the intention and so letting the people know these little things, let them know what was really put
Educating
into
them,
it,
yeah.
and educating them what was really put into it. And then amazing cast, just an amazing cast. Really an all-around cast.
True.
You know?
Yeah,
True.
but
That's
the talent level is like rising.
Now it's like we had the golden age.
yeah.
Like, you know, when Rocky came out.
Yeah.
Before that,
We're
that
not,
was the golden age.
we're not making commercials anymore.
Nah.
Now we're making like full feature
And it-
series.
The thing is, if you watch the movies, no? If you watch the movies, you feel something is different. This is just perfect, but I can't put my finger on it. Dan can't you? It's
the right thing, the acting,
choosing the right
everything.
cap, choosing the right sneakers,
Yeah.
the lens, all of that people don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the work, like this man is saying, he's put in 20 years of work, and now he goes and acts there.
26.
And people, 26, sorry, sorry, 26 years of work, and now people only see that the ice cap, like you say, that performance of yours, and there's so much of that on set, like.
And that I wanted to be something, you know. I wanted to be something again about the legacy. It's not how quiet I am. I know how it was me coming up. So what about the lighties watching this thing that's going to be inspired? What about the kind that's watching a thing in the ghetto that's going to be inspired?
That's it, bro.
That is truly what it's about as well. Truly, because we nowadays when we're young, we're finding ourselves, we don't know. We're being led by our family, or our parents rather. They're feeding us, they're taking care of us. When we grow up, we're finding our identity. And this is part of also, like I want my career to show that part. That full circle. Lighty from the lotus. Because when they look at me, they think probably this light is from Fairways. He's from Fairways or he's from Constantia. Nah, I grew up there. And I'm happy that I grew up there.
Yeah.
Can I just now? I'm gonna tell you something now. No? My son, so his peers is not his skin color waar hy skool gaan. And when he started there, he started emulating them, man. It was a beetje kak, but okay, I mean, denk ek. And when he grew older, he just started just acting more colored. And now he says they want to talk like him, man. You know what I'm saying? And that is because was it mensen zoals Jay op die TV, was it Early B as rappers, was it the youngster? And in 19 het sy eie gehad, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it might not, for me, I think I said this on a podcast already, it might seem for other people as a little thing, as klein dingetjes.
Yeah.
But for me, wat opgegroeid in the 90s, 80s, we didn't have that, man.
the culture, bro.
As colored people to unite us.
Because we were always shown, we were always
You know
shown
what
that we
I'm
have to be shy about being a... Be proud that you were Bushman. Because that Bushman was
100%.
gebruikt as a derogatory term.
Exactly, yeah.
But ook to manipulate your mind. Just to keep you there. So I'm proud now, I'm a Bushman. You know what I mean? I own that. Khoisan. Because we're the indigenous people of this land. Then we're going back further again and we say, we were the first man, we were here 100,000 years ago. And that's also part that I want to spread is about knowing thyself. And that's the key. I mean, there's times where I didn't know myself as well. So now that I'm on a stage and this platform I want to use for that is like, know thyself, let's go back and study these things, retours and understand. Even if you're not going to maybe talk the language now, but get interested in, you can Google it. There is some stuff that's popping up more now since that time.
100%. And our crime is so high, and we're killing ourselves in our communities because of a lack of knowledge of self. If you don't know who you are, it's easy for you to pull a trigger on another brother like you. You know what I mean? But once you become knowledgeable about who you are, your past, why things are the way they are, where does the generational traumas come from? All those type of things.
So in the last episode of the Spinners, no? Dan is hulle saam in Sea Point. Daar's die Lani nou, die gangster Lani. Dan praat sy met Laite, sê, like Kwaina. Staan nog so Kwai hotel, sê, like Kwaina. Dan sê, our people was thrown on the Cape Flats. Right? And if you put dogs in a small cage of some...
I know you're very close, yeah.
Dan say, if you put dogs in a small cage, whatever... They start biting each other.
Yeah.
And that's what
that
happened in the Cape.
That's the aim.
You know what I'm saying? What happened in the Cape Flats. It's still happening in the Cape Flats.
They remove your identity from you, like, and introduce drugs. And
the thing is,
social ills.
Like the Aborigines, the Redskins of in America, they had a relationship with the land, man.
Yes.
Our people also had a relationship with the land, and we were removed from that land. You know what I'm saying? And wie was op die podcast ook nou dat gehad al die animals het hulle doodgeskiet het hierso in daai tyd. And we had our ancestors had a sacred relationship with the animals as well, man.
We got it.
So you take everything of that away from them. Dan expect jy mense moenie mal raak in
And that's why we can't judge it, yeah.
You know what I'm
That's why we can't really actually judge it.
True.
And that's how I look at it. I'm going to go a step further. Because it's got to do with, if we look at what the regime was built upon. What was the regime built? That regime, sadly enough to say, the apartheid era built on division. But what was he? Now we go a little bit further. He was a socialist and he was a psychologist. So what did he understand? Human psychology. You know what I mean? So he knew the systems that he put in place. That's why they say at the end, if you go to the Apartheid Museum in Johannesburg, they say that even though the ban is, it's so a nice voice from a female, even though the ban is lifted from apartheid, my skin is crawling already. The effects linger longer than the things that was done in that era. The trauma, the bio-warfare. That's why I don't drink water anymore. And people can think to
Coach just spoke to me about this.
But that goes back to what he said. Wouter Basson. He created a bio-warfare. He went to go study at the CIA. If you pull up his Wikipedia, if you pull up his profile on Wikipedia, cardiologist to put water, right, was put into place to go study what they were doing in the CIA. What they were doing in the minority in cultures. Yeah. The contraceptives was fucked up. Can I say that on your show?
Yes, you can say whatever you want to. Go for it.
The bio-warfare.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's bio-warfare as well as chemical warfare.
Yes.
Fluoride in the water, and then the biggest one to put on top of it was mandrax. So if we want to know the enemy, yes, we're battling with so much trauma still from the effects of here. But we gotta go further back and know what is the weapon formed against us.
I always like to spin it differently and like say, okay, now what now? This is done to us. What
This
is
is the
our
what now.
solution to the problem? And this is our solution.
This is it.
Speaking
Spoken
here
word.
and saying, this is what happened, right? We now either going to lay
Wake up.
out. Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up. People must be knowledgeable about these facts. We're laying it out to you. We're going to tell you about this and we're going to give it to you in the best way possible. What now? We're going to showcase
like the
somebody
blue
to you.
The blue pill in the red.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know what? In the process, we're also gonna showcase a better way of doing things. Look here, this is somebody that
Facts.
did something in a better way, and we're showcasing so many people. We got somebody on every week to show you that did it a different way,
Yeah.
and it shows that anybody out there can do it a different way. We don't have to succumb to that cuck that they put us through. You know what I mean? We don't have to continue that generational
No, for
curses
sure.
because we're not. And our kids are also gonna do better.
Yes.
And
Speak that too.
color is cool.
No, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a sad thing too. What we're talking about.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it.
You need to.
We need to. That's like our responsibility.
Yes.
So
Check, so
it's not a bad thing.
On one of the clips I made, where you said that we have gangsterism in our community. Somebody said, last time I checked, there's more people going to work, colored people going to work than gangsters,
gangsters.
On the corners.
I like that,
is
bro.
a fucking,
That's the
I love it.
is
Whoever
fucking
said that
brilliant, bro.
comment, I love
And
that.
this is
Like,
the positive thing about us because
whoever that comment is, I owe
Like,
you a
this is the
beer.
positive thing about us, and that's just to know that the weapons that was formed against it. But the positive thing about us is how do we learn so quick as coloreds?
Stil my oog. Is mos ons
No, yeah, but why? Our Khoisan people was astrologers. Malays is also astrologers. Look at the indigenous people. So now we're mixed of all of this. Yes, a little bit colonization in there, in the mix, Dutch. So some look a bit different and have a little bit straighter hair. But you know what I mean? It also boils down to the thread. We were the indigenous people and it's a good thing. That's the positive thing. We were astrologers, we were primitive, we were looking after the cattle and stuff and fishing, like that's us, bro. Gevaarlijk, that was how we were living off the land.
We're still gevaarlijk, bro.
That's
We're
what I'm
still
saying.
gevaarlijk.
But now I'm telling-
the fastest bro in this country is still colored, bro.
But that's why I say is to tell us to restore that self-image in us there, so that we can know who we are now. You know what I mean? That's why I say yes, still happening now. But
And
now
still,
we need to
still
know
that
we were-
parts of us, like remember the parts
royalty,
of us.
royalty, yeah, it's like a royalty,
Yeah.
that royalty consciousness, because we were.
Colored
There
excellence.
was a king and a queen, and you had to go through fierce, 4 months fierce that the girls went. There was traditional things. It was just because we were unclothed. Now we will say that we were uncivilized. That didn't say nothing. It's another thing to make you feel now. It's scam now. I don't say Carlos.
Yeah, he's saying like,
It's like that thing of wanting you to feel shy. So we're just reprogramming ourselves. Saying, cool, this is who we are. We were kings and queens. We were the living of the land. We were, we had the royalty.
Nentel had the opportunity to speak to Humo Beersum recently.
Daai man het getransform. I take my hat off. My hat's already off. I take my hat already off. I take it off. I saw him. When we saw each other at a couple of shows, I don't know how it was for him, but we didn't speak much. But I can say, it's just my experience, but what I can say is, if he ever watches this, respect. Respect. He's transitioned now already. He's doing what he has to do to also show up people. Yeah. That man fully look like.
Nah, he's
fully.
and what you see why he speak like a prophet, man. Like he's prophesizing like when he speaks.
We all actually.
I don't know.
Prophets of the city.
Prophets of the city. Yeah. I don't know if I'm a prophet yet, man. I'm just a podcaster, but I really like what's going on and I really like the energy. And people, you know what? People say people.
Ek is bang voor om een promo te wees.
I remember people hang you on TikTok if you want to be a prophet or something like that.
Prophets of the city.
Oh, prophets of the city. I mean, it's a good prophet.
It was positivity. Yeah. I think it's about that enlightenment. I think it's about enlightenment. That's all. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, there's always good and bad.
Yeah.
We just have to.
But I like the way you're looking at it. So like, hey, excellence, like up.
No, but it's the truth.
Prophet.
That's us.
Be proud. Don't suck up for mensen.
Aye. And it's not a cocky because that's also how we program. We think if you're going to be confident, then people, he's arrogant. Confidence. So you must be timid. You can be confident. You can have power. If you're not timid, you know what I mean? There's power. It's power. But there's a difference between humbleness and the people want you to underplay it also.
But there has to be some form of Ubuntu to it.
Oh,
to your self-confidence. It must be in a team and not just a singular type of vibe.
And that's what Ubuntu means. I like how you put it.
There we go. It is like that.
I'm on a roll tonight, bro.
Nah, you're on a roll tonight. Do you know what? Do you know what? Nah, but I try that within my job, like, nah, and I don't know why it doesn't click. But okay, that's a corporate environment part. I think.
What else is it that you do besides this?
I'm a graphic designer.
It's a corporate world, yeah.
Yeah, in the corporate world, yeah. I do marketing and stuff like that, but this is my passion.
I'm in the same game.
This is my passion.
That's
yeah, I work for a decent company and they pay me decent, so I can afford a good life for my family. And that is what I'm looking after right now. So I recently bought a house. Like, I'm 40 and I recently bought a house. So maybe some people think it's late, some people think it's early, but it's like a massive accomplishment for me, man. Because it's in a beautiful area and it's not in the area that I grew up in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah. What area do you want to divulge it or
I can divulge it. Like, I grew up in Retreat, but I'm now going to live in Plumstead.
Mom, man.
And even like the parts of Retreat, I was in a nice part of Retreat, but then I maybe moved to a not so nice. And listen, I don't have no problems with any other areas in the Cape Town, but what I strive for...
Everyone must try to actually...
was that like, and I don't have no problem with no areas in the whole of Cape Town.
You all come from it,
yeah, but it's just that's what I wanted and I made it possible for myself. So, yeah.
Congratulations, bro. That's gevaarlijk.
It is gevaarlijk, but it came with me having to work a corporate job.
And you're feeling sometimes that constrains you. Right?
Yeah, but I can follow my passions here. Yeah. Doing this, speaking with you, gives me great joy. It brings me great satisfaction. It enlightens me and educates me in a way that I feel enriches me as a person.
Nah, it's positive, bro. It's gevaarlijk. You guys put a lot together here, but not for real.
We worked as a team.
I know. We've been talking about this as well for a while. Who is Michael Hurst?
Yo, people from England. We're talking about Michael Hurst. We're talking about colored culture and colored excellence and everything great. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Welcome, Michael Hurst.
Lau Fontaine just told him now, the guest is a success story out of the Cape Flats community. Thank you, Lau.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, Lau. I appreciate that comment, bro.
Yeah, right. Man. Yo, I think we're almost on 2 hours already. Pulling up in 2 hours. Yeah, it's been awesome speaking to you. Anything else you want to cover? Like, you told us about your brand. Anything else you're doing that you want to talk about?
That's a good question. I think we covered so much.
Yeah.
I think we covered a lot.
We covered your brand. We covered all the movies. We're not going to cover the up-and-coming movie that's coming out, or can you talk about it?
I can't as yet.
Yeah.
But it is called The Fix, and I think all I can say is what is quiet about this is also set in Cape Town.
Okay.
And that's why I said I want this to be my last gangster role now, because that was also a gangster. But the quiet thing about that is he shows a different element. He's now coming up the ranks. In Spinners, I'm high up the ranks. So he's a younger one there.
Okay.
Coming up the ranks, but we set in a post-apocalyptic.
Oh shit, nice.
So it's like
yo, where's it coming on Netflix or Showmax or?
All I can say is
you don't know where it is coming out yet.
All I can say, maybe I don't know if I'm speaking out of content, but I know that they're shopping internationally. That's what they're busy with now. Edited because we did that before Spinners, and it was actually supposed to come out. But I think also, given that this is every movie or series has that year period, so now you can't release another thing in this year now.
Okay.
In that genre, it's gonna take privilege.
Okay, so they're gonna wait a bit for but
So
obviously
support
if this is a success, they're gonna drop it.
Look, I think, yeah.
If
no,
when this ends and if this is a success, they're gonna drop it soon after that.
Yeah.
They're greedy for
yeah,
money,
no,
bruh.
because now she's now going now, because now the director who's the producers, well, is now going to those sponsors.
Oh, to
That's the executive producers that you normally see on projects.
okay.
They normally got nothing actually to do with production, but they fund the production.
Okay.
So they are called executive producers. You always say executive producer.
Yeah.
But
We
they're
touched
not-
on that with a bit of Bernie Baichis and that other guy. What's his name? What's the guy, the director's guy's name? Donovan Donovan Marsh. Yeah, Donovan Marsh.
Okay.
Yeah, we had him on. They did the movie Dollars in White Pipes.
Oh, is he the one who wrote that?
Yeah.
That was the pinnacle.
Yeah,
I mean, if that
so you
movie
know
was-
what he told us? He told us that I told him like I want to do this MMA movie, right? About this bra from Cape Town, like, and he must like sort of fight like to like out of he fight his way out, like everybody else is spinning their way out, but this bra must literally fight his way out. Like, and then he's gonna like obviously win money and stuff like that. But yeah, it must be based in Cape Town. So I told him about it. So I don't know, you can star as the main role maybe. Dollars in White Pipes 2, we're gonna call it. I don't know.
Now that's good to be ambitious, but I mean, there's so much great things. Yeah, that's to come. But it's a great time. What
Yeah,
a time
man.
to be alive, my bro.
It's a great time to be alive. It's a great
especially
time.
with spinners now, like it's taking it to another level with the industry. And then Tyler's now also got the Grammy. Amazing time.
Yeah.
With their successes, our successes, the show's successes, everyone's successes.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
the next production get.
just won
like
the World Cup. Trickers du Plessis fighting in January
That too.
for the title.
Now South Africa's represented.
Yeah, he's fighting for the title in January, the 20th of January. It's a big one. Like and he was the one. Trickers was the one that said, South Africa, I love you, wat was with you. So
We can wrap this off. We can wrap this off before we get to rugby. Go to my music video, please, man.
Somebody wants us.
So,
is Trickers in the music video?
I go to my music video, but it won't be anything if I'm not gonna plug. I'm gonna plug my original music.
Oh, definitely. Lekker.
So that's also what I'm busy with.
You
So
got
after
a-
taking this 10-year break now from music, you can say Saint Clair, take it, Ernest away, and then it's gonna be Saint as not abbreviated, if you know what I mean.
Ernest Saint Clair, Saint.
Nah, just Saint Clair, but not abbreviated. So SAINT, but the S must be a dollar sign. Just go Google it. Make the S a dollar sign. Go back. Go back. Take it all away. Take it all away. Start over again. And now you say dollar sign. Please.
So while you're doing that, this
So yeah, that's now. This is the next journey now. The 10-year journey. Saint Clair Perfect. The song is called Perfect. That should pop up.
This is a single that you
I got a single. Yeah, this is the lyric video to it.
Lekker.
Trying to push the numbers. I don't know why. Check that one here.
All Saint Clair.
Nah, check that one there. Instead of
Go up there.
up there.
There.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Where that doesn't pop up, no? It's supposed to go down.
The shadow ban us here
The
all the
shadow
time,
ban,
bro.
But
They
that
put me
shadow
with a
ban-
shadow ban here with us, man.
Check what they
YouTube.
give
SA nominees. What is this perfect?
Done.
24 views or what? What's that the one? XA.
That's me performing the song.
Oh.
It's more swag views at yo.
No, but then just in case they ban us again if we play it.
Shadow band. But this is the thing. So yeah, I've got a lyric video. Busy performing with my band again this weekend. Everyone can come check me out.
Where you performing?
Performing at Mojo Market.
Okay, lekker.
There's also
On a Saturday night.
Saturday. What time is it?
It's from 7:30.
7:30. And then the street
Lekker,
party
bro.
starts in. So it's a street party.
I might make a turn actually.
And it's
Yo,
quiet
it's
because-
lekker, bro.
Because look, we all like something free. And inside my
Nah, it's
Mojo-
lekker.
Nah, but I heard about the vibe there at Mojo Market. Everybody always talks
Right.
about it. It's like
Myself and Roscoe went to check out
I mean, they got dope food.
Chad Simon, and that was a liquor vibe, dude. You can have your food there, blah
Yeah.
blah, just chill liquor with your whiskey, just net, blom liquor.
So that's the next part of my journey now. Touring again.
getting back on into the
Touring
music.
again, getting into the world because I'm moving to production. So I've got my own production company that I also do when I'm not
Nice.
filming. So then we film a lot of content.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ancient Mass Media is my media company name. So we're a digital marketing agency and film company. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
you like again keeping your hands in many.
that's when I said I studied, when I started studying again. So it took me down this rabbit hole of I studied SEO, social media marketing, I
Okay,
did web
that's how you
design,
went into that
graphic,
because
that's why
of
I
your.
did that's how I could start the brand, in graphic design and understanding aesthetic and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know that world.
Yeah,
with
the
your graphic
marketing
design.
side of things, like the e-commerce side of things is very, very good now. I need to really get myself into a website or something
Definitely.
like that. Just to
Definitely
put
think
my
about it,
content out there and then sell a paar t-shirts in the process or something like
You
that.
know, whatever you feel you resonate with.
Yeah, I need to get some JoeZONE t-shirts going down, man.
Is that so ones? What's it called?
JoeZONE.
JoeZONE, what does that mean?
JoeZONE. Joe, my surname is Joseph's. JoeZONE is like my alias. Like
Okay.
Joe, and you're in the zone.
In the zone.
You're in the zone now with me. Is this give us some volume?
Gonna see you on IG,
Lekker.
looking like a thotty. Looking like a dime.
It's coming through.
Lekker, man. Doing things again, like.
So that's the exciting part, you know. And I've got the story to tell about my whole journey.
Yeah.
The greatest comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The comeback story.
It's lekker that you're telling your story. It's important to tell
Yeah,
your
it's my
story.
testimony, most man. It will be able to inspire somebody.
Nah, it definitely does, man. There's so much people that you inspired before. Like, when I said I told some people that I'm having you on, they're like, I remember him. He did work with Smack, and he did work with this.
Oh, you see,
And-
people remember these
Yeah.
little things. Spec was amazing, bro.
No,
Crossy Park.
is it?
Yeah, we did. That was the school's music and arts challenge. That's when I started in doing community work. That was dope. Yeah, we went around all the schools and we used to train them, give them a little show and guide them in the arts.
In the arts
This is
field.
drama, dance,
Did you,
yeah.
Webster, did you do it with
With
Webster?
Webster, with Webby, yeah.
Hij is mijn brother, hij is
Hij
in
man
Spain.
even,
Is it?
Hij in
Was
Webster.
Webster involved in that?
Webby.
I remember Webster being in Smack,
That's what we did, yeah.
involved with Smack.
Yo, it's quite like, see, it's interesting how everybody's like,
Nah,
just
Webster's
mention one thing
is
and
ook
then,
al aan Webster.
no, but I mean like how this one, now that one, and it's all from again to that we've been everybody's been grinding for a long time in this thing that they're doing. It's just now that people are like, or not now, it's been happening for a while, but there is real fruits of our labors, of everybody's labor coming into fruition.
Fruition, yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Vrij gevaarlijk. So that's it, what I'm doing. You can go check out Ancient Mass Media as well. That's a company on Instagram. What is your guys' Instagram?
I got my own personal Instagram.
Because you don't
JoeZONE.
have work Instagram for this.
The
Cape Conscious Media. Ja.
Cape Conscious Media has it. So
Yeah, we're gonna tag you guys.
the network is something, and I have my own entity where I just come have fun on the network. But I need to push my own brand a bit more. And to always increase.
Okay, so
increase-
you guys are actually like as a collaboration.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got the studio and
He's
you,
got the studio.
and you coming with the thought process.
I'm coming with
He's the talent.
He's the back end. I'm coming with the front end, and that's what we do.
Nice
He's
one.
not coming from the back. He's just
Yeah,
the back end.
I hope not. I hope not.
It's not a
Pause. But yeah, look here. Thanks for having me again.
Nah,
man.
dude, thanks for
I
you.
like the questions was gevaarlijk. It wasn't your conventional. You really went down with me down that rabbit hole to tell him where I started.
Yeah.
And another tidbit for everybody: when you watch Spinners, we're shooting in Lavendale. There where they shot
Yep.
the gangster last year. We're really shooting in Lavendale every single day for 3 months. And the full circle for me there is when I told you I danced at Chris and they were throwing money at me. And I was performing like Michael Jackson. That Chris is in Lavendale. Called Newell Foundation.
Oh.
Crazy, bro.
And the crazy thing about that too is
Full
that it's
circle.
sponsored by a Swedish company who wants the kids to get into the arts. So it's also that matron. If she didn't put me through to, you know, it's about expose them.
Yes,
we expose
yes,
our
yes.
kids to. That's why we have.
If you
exposed
didn't
them to a lot of
experience
stuff.
that, you wouldn't have able to
Alles
do
sit toe net daar en
whatever.
dan nou how the is when you go watch your kids mos het Chris.
Yeah.
Nou skrik sy ook, nou raak sy ook emotioneel van nou sien sy jy het geweet jou kind kan maybe iets
Yeah, 100% you get the emotional. I know what you mean.
You're like, yo.
I want to cry.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you see your light is like doing this stuff. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a full circle for me going there.
Nah, it's a beautiful story, man. That you want. Just think of that, bro. How many lighties come from Lavendale, man?
Crazy,
And if this message could get onto every one of the, I
it
wish I could. I don't care for much. Just hear this, man. That like you can be from Lavendale and one day you can make a flipping movie in Lavendale, man. It's possible. It's possible. It's done. It's been done. Conor McGregor said like he's the first to do it, but there's a lot more to come. Like, and if somebody else sees it, then you can also do it. But anyway, yeah.
Nah, lekker zo, man.
Yeah.
Boy.
Anyway, please, everybody, thank you very much. One last time, thank you for joining me
It's a
tonight.
pleasure.
Please, everybody out there, please like, share, and subscribe. Peace. We out.